بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن اتبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
So we're here continuing our book Arabiyyah Bayna Yadayk, and we're up to the chapter Al-Wahdatu Sabi'ah, which is titled Al-Dirasa, the 7th chapter, titled the studies, or studies, just studies. Now, or I guess we can say studying, dirasa. So, just going to go into the first conversation, al-hiwar al-awwal, which is between two people, Ghanim and Ghalib. So, this is a discussion about things related to school and studies, right? So, Ghanim, he says, Undur ila al-lawha. Who can tell me what is this first word, undur?
Look.
No, it's look. So what type of word is it?
It's amar.
It's amar, meaning a fi'l, amar, naam, command verb, naam. So it is from nadara, yanzuru, and the command form is undur for the second person masculine, right? Anta, undur. So it is used with the harf ila. So undur ila, look at. That's how we say it in English as well. Look at. I know that ila usually translates to to, but we wouldn't say, when we translate, we wouldn't say look to, we would say look at. So al-lawha here, it is what we refer to as like a bulletin board or a notice board. Al-lawha, which is shown in this picture here. So he says, undur ila al-lawha, look at the bulletin board. اقرأ الجدول الدراسي. This is also فعل أمر from قرأ يقرأ. اقرأ, read. الجدول الدراسي, which this is what we could translate as a school schedule or class schedule. And so Ghalib says, الدراسة 5 أيام في الأسبوع. So the studies, right, or no, the studies are 5 days, 5 أيام في الأسبوع. ما معنى أسبوع؟
Week.
نعم, week. So 5 days of the week are the studies. Ghanim says, نعم يوم السبت ويوم الأحد ويوم الاثنين ويوم الثلاثاء ويوم الأربعاء. Who knows what all of these days are?
Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
Okay.
Tuesday, and Wednesday.
No. So if we don't know, then we should review the days of the week. They're common in conversations, right? And the point of this book is to build conversation skills. So Ghalib responds, العطلة يوم الخميس ويوم الجمعة. ما معنى العطلة?
Is day off?
Yeah, I mean
No,
like vacation or
days off or weekend, something like that, or vacation. So basically, the days off are Thursday and Friday. الخميس والجمعة. نعم. And Ghanem says اكتب المواد الدراسية. He said write the subjects, the study subjects, right? This would translate to like subjects, that basically what you're studying. So Ghalib says الثقافة الإسلامية. This translates to something like Islamic culture. الثقافة, is that right, Abu Zubair? الثقافة?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, thaqafa is, I've always thought of it as culture, but I don't, maybe they have some other thing
I
they're
saw
doing with it.
some other words I saw were civilization or
Okay.
education. So maybe it could be one of those two. I don't know. We're not familiar with the studies in Arab countries, so maybe they have something that we're not getting here. So it's one of those things. الثقافة واللغة العربية, and the Arabic language. نعم. والرياضيات والرياضيات. And I was a little confused about this one as well. It
it's
can be
mathematics.
could be maths or sports.
I think this one is mathematics though, because it's a lesson in book 2 that uses the same word.
Oh yeah, so it makes sense if it's math. Yeah,
Yeah.
because then we have wal ulum, which is sciences. And then wal hasub, this is a useful word for us also, computer. So then, so they have these, what, 5? Sorry, not 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5 subjects. So Ghalib says, متى تبدأ الاختبارات? What is متى تبدأ? ما معنى متى تبدأ؟
Begins.
When
When do you
begin?
start?
When do you start, or when does it start? Okay, what is the fa'il of تبدأ here? Is it you, أنت?
It is, when does it start?
When does it start? What is it though? What's the word? What's the fa'il?
اختباره.
Itibad.
اختبارات. Why? Because of this dhamma here, right?
Mm.
Remember, any verb in the sentence, you look for the dhamma to figure out what's doing that action. So متى تبدأ الاختبارات? And اختبارات is
Examinations, right?
examinations or exams. When do the exams begin? Ghanim says في شهر شعبان. Who knows what that means?
Next
In the
month.
month of Sha'ban. In the
Next
month of
month.
Sha'ban.
No, in the month of Sha'ban. ومتى ينتهي العام الدراسي? ينتهي. So we had before. These are good words to write down. بدأ يبدأ, start or begin. And then we had here ينتهي, which is انتهى, ينتهي, which is end, right? Like the famous work of Ibn Kathir, rahimahullah, Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya, the beginning and the end, which is his work of history, Islamic history. So he says, وَمَتَى يَنْتَهِي, what is doing the ending, the action, is this العام الدراسي, the school year, basically. Dirasi is like, and it's a sifa, right? For am, it's the year of studies or study year or school year. So Ghanim says, في شهر رمضان, in the month of Ramadan. And then Ghalib says, العطلة ثلاثة أشهر. And this is the plural of shahr. Shahr, ashhur. So 3 months. He says the vacation. Vacation is 3 months. Now, because school year ends at Ramadan, right? And then they have 3 months vacation, he's saying, before the next school year begins. Then Ghanim says, Alhamdulillah, al-utlatu tawilatun. How would we translate this? Can anyone do it? This sentence?
All praise and thanks is to Allah. The vacation is long.
No, the vacation is long, right? Because something we learned early on is that when you see 2 words like this, where the first one is definite with alif lam, and then the second word is indefinite with tanween, then you translate both words and put the word is in between, right? Or is or are, or something like that to connect them. So basically, the vacation is long. Then Ghalib says, بدأت الحصة. Hissa is the class or class period or lesson. Class period or lesson. And this is بدأت. Why is it بدأت, this verb?
The 2 sukun, when they meet, you got to drop one and put the kasra
Oh,
on the
yeah, that's that's true. That's not what I was asking. I was asking, why is it conjugated like this? بدأت.
It's feminine.
It's the feminine.
No, hissa is feminine because it has ta marbuta. When it was feminine, it's the fa'il. So you would conjugate bada'a to bada'at.
Naam.
No. Hayya bina ila saf. How? We remember hayya bina, right? What does that mean?
Let's go.
Let's go to a saf, which we know one translation of it. There's another translation in this context, which means class. And we know it as like the row or line, right? When it is in the context of the salah, but in the context of school, it refers to the class. So let's go to the class, he says. No. So that is, and then he responds, Hayya bina, let's go. Now, so what we're gonna have, as usual, 2 brothers read through this and translate line by line, inshallah. So who will go first, inshallah?
And inshallah. I do it,
Rashid?
bro. No.
طيب, inshallah. Rashid and Ahmed, right?
Yes.
طيب, so تفضل.
طيب بسم الله. انظر إلى اللوحة. Look at the board.
Yeah.
اقرأ الجدول. اقرأ الجدول الدراسي. سبحان الله. دراسة.
الدراسية.
دراسية. نعم. جزاك الله خير. Read. Subhanallah. I just should have wrote that down. Read the lesson. Jadwal. Subhanallah. ما معنى جدول؟ عفوا.
الجدول يعني by itself it can mean like a chart or a table or a schedule.
Okay, now read the chart of the lessons.
Or schedule, sorry. That's what we said in this lesson.
read
schedule.
read the schedule of the lessons.
Yeah.
الدراسة 5 أيام في الأسبوع. The lessons are 5 days a week.
نعم. يوم السبت Saturday ويوم أحد Sunday ويوم اثنين Monday ويوم الثلاثاء Tuesday ويوم الأربعاء Wednesday.
Alhamdulillah, that was good. The last one, you want to try it again?
ويوم الأربعاء سبحان الله.
Arbi'a.
أربعاء.
No.
العطلة يوم الخميس ويوم الجمعة. The break or vacation is Thursday and Friday.
No.
اكتب المواد الدراسية. Write سبحان الله. My memory is a shot. Write the مواد
مواد يعني الذي تدرسه. You understand? تفهم؟
Write the subject.
نعم.
that we're
Subjects.
studying. Okay, write the subjects. Write the subjects that we're studying.
نعم.
الثقافة الإسلامية. Islamic culture or civilization. I think that was what you translated as.
No.
واللغة العربية in Arabic language. ورياضيات mathematics. وعلوم and science. والحاسوب and computers.
No.
متى تبدأ الاختبارات؟ What time is the examination?
Close, but when you're missing
when
the word تبدأ.
when does the examination? What time does the examination begin? That's one.
نعم.
في شهر شعبان. In the month of Sha'ban.
No.
So I guess it would have been better to say, when does the examination begin? Not instead of what time?
Yes, that would be better now. بارك فيك.
ومتى ينتهي العلوم الدراسية؟ الدراسي
نعم.
الدراسي نعم. And when does the sciences subjects end?
No, عام is not علوم or ilm.
Oh,
No.
okay, and what year does the do your studies end?
No, close, but first of all, this is, we'll say when, right? And when,
No.
and this yantahi, right? This is, something is ending. So then when you see
No.
yantahi, you look for the file in the sentence, right? It's not you or your studies. What is ending? Which is the word with the dhamma?
Oh, okay, the studies.
Yeah.
الدراسي.
This is actually this, because ad-dirasiyu is the adjective for this as well. So basically, it's al-am is the thing that is ending. Do you understand? What is
Okay,
al-am?
so it would be what, and what year did the studies end?
No. So this is a sifa, right? You know how sifa works, right? Like an adjective.
No.
No, so like, you know, when we in the first lesson we took like the dialogue that said like, for example, ana min aina anta, or ma jinsiyatuka, right? And you might say ana amriki.
Mm-hmm.
So that yeah, amriki, you, this is like an adjective for you, right? So similar right here, dirasiyu is an adjective for the word al-am.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, like, imagine, translate the sentence without the adjective.
Okay.
Mata yantahi al-am.
And when does the year end?
When does the
Okay,
year
so-
end?
So when does the study year end?
Aywa, naam. So you would say the study year, or we can say, to make, you know, it makes sense to us, the school year.
Okay. Well, understand.
I hope that like helped a bit. I'm not
No.
trying to like give you a hard time or anything.
No, it made perfect sense. Jazakallah khair.
Alhamdulillah. Amin wa iyyak.
في شهر رمضان, in the month of Ramadan.
Naam.
الأطلة ثلاثية أشهر.
No, this word, right? Just try reading it slower. We don't have a ya there.
ثلاثة.
Aywa.
الأطلة ثلاثة أشهر.
No,
And the vacation is 3 months.
no.
Alhamdulillah, al-'utlatu tawilatun. Oh, praise be to Allah, the vacation is long.
No.
بدأت الحصة. Begin الحصة lesson, huh?
No.
So begin the lesson.
Now begin. This is not a command, right? Which tense is this? Bada'at.
بدأت. Okay,
Is
the
it,
lesson begins.
began, past tense, right? Bada'at. It can be three. The verb can be three things: past, present, or I guess you can say four things, like future or command, right?
Command.
So you look,
Okay.
so in this case, we know it's the past tense, right? Bada'at.
بدأت.
We learn the conjugation, so you pay attention to that and translate according to that. So you can say began, or you can say is beginning, or will begin, right? So we want to try to pay attention to which way we translate, you know, because it changes the meaning, right? So he's saying
Right.
the lesson began.
بدأت حصة. The lesson begin. هيا بينا إلى الصف. So let's go to the class.
Hayya bina. Let's go.
Jazakum Allahu khairan. I hope I didn't give you too much of a hard time, Akhi Rashid.
Nah, man, you did good. I'm jacked up and I got so much going on. I'm trying to focus. It's a lot going on. I appreciate your help, though.
Alhamdulillah, barakallah fiqh. May Allah grant you success.
Fikum barakallah. Ameen. Yeah.
طيب. Inshallah, we'll move on to the next one. Al-Hiwar al-Thani, the second dialogue. And this is actually between two sisters, Nada and Ilham. So they begin, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Ismi Nada, ana Suriya. Ismi Ilham, ana Saudiya. Saudiya or Saudiya? Aba Zubair?
Let me check real quick and I'll let you know.
طيب. This one's actually pretty easy. I think if two brothers can volunteer to read and translate this without me going through it, it would be beneficial. Anybody want to try it? Or I can call on somebody. طيب Abdul Khafid.
Yeah, it's Saudi with a Dhamma on the scene.
Jazakallahu khairan.
Sorry, Dhamma on the scene and the Ain, Saudi.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
Jazakallahu khairan.
Wayakum.
Now, Abdul Khafid will be the first, and how about Abdul Karim? You with us?
نعم.
طيب. Now you both have the same initials, so put 1 and 2.
طيب.
Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام.
اسمي ندى. أنا سورية.
وترجم من فضلك.
Translate.
Oh, translate. My name is Nada, and I am from Syria. I'm Syrian. I'm Syrian.
I'm Syrian, right? That's the
No.
difference. There's a difference between Ana Suriya and Ana min Suriya. Suriya.
No, I'm Syrian.
أيوة.
اسمي إلهام. أنا سعودية. My name is Ilham, and I am Saudi.
أنا طالبة في جامعة دمشق. I'm a student in the Jamia of Damascus.
أنا طالبة في جامعة القرى. I am a student at the University القرى.
في أي كلية تدرسين? In which كلية, which college are you studying?
أدرس في كلية التربية. I study in the faculty or the university faculty يمكن
maybe faculty or college.
College now of تربية.
It's like the division of the college. You know how they have like the language division and
The
then
department, maybe.
Yeah,
Department.
the department, yeah.
Or basically, what in here we refer to as what, like maybe what major or what field.
Yeah, like they have the psychology department, they have the language department, the science department. It's like that.
Would we translate تربية?
Yeah, so that would be the education department.
Educational department. طيب.
Yeah.
Also, there is no shadda on tarbiya. Tarbiya. It's tarbiya.
تربية. Did I add that?
It sounded like it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry if you weren't.
No, I probably did. جزاك الله خيرا.
Barakallahu feek.
وفي أي كلية تدرسين أنت؟
أدرس في كلية طبي.
He didn't get to translate his sentence first.
And in which department do you study?
أدرس في كلية طبي. I study in the faculty or the department of medicine.
I think it makes more sense to say college.
College of medicine.
From the College of Medicine.
سأكون مدرسة إن شاء الله. I will be a teacher إن شاء الله.
سأكون طبيبة إن شاء الله. And I will be a doctor inshallah.
Inshallah. No. I don't know. Sa'akun, I think you might have mentioned Sa'akuna with a fatha. It would be a dhamma.
سأكون. No.
Barakallahu feekuma. Santuma. Yeah, that was a pretty easy one. I don't know why they put this in here. Very simple, no new words really. Or maybe just kulliya. So move on to the next one, al-hiwaru thalith, the third dialogue between Qasim and Ghassan. So he says, Qasim begins, إلى أين تذهب يا غسان? This one's, I think this one's pretty easy too. I'll go over this one. إلى أين تذهب يا غسان? إلى أين, these two words together, you might translate to like one at a time and say to where, but we would not really say that. We would say where, just where. So it kind of is the same thing, but it works both ways. I suppose. Where are you going to, or where are you going? Ya Ghassan. And he says, Adhabu ila al-madrasa. Okay, he says, I am going to the school. So Qasim says, Al-waqtu mubakkir. Ma ma'na mubakkir?
Late.
It's
La.
early.
No, that's early. That's
Early.
early. Muta'akhir is late.
Na'am. So, and al-waqt, I think we know, what is it?
The time.
Time. So the time is early, which doesn't really make sense to us. Basically, he's saying it is early. It's early. Where are you going? I'm going to school. And so he's responding, it's early, like meaning like, why are you going so early? That's how they would say it's early. Al-waqtu mubakkir. And then he says, as-sa'atu al-ana as-sadisatu sabahan. The time, as-sa'a is also time, right?
Mhm.
These are sort of like synonyms, but as-sa'a kind of refers more to like the time of the day, like the clock time. Al-waqt is more of like more general, I guess, right? So as-sa'atu al-an, right now, the time now is as-sadisa, is 6. Sabahan, which basically is as-sadisatu sabahan, you would say like 6 a.m. or in the morning, 6 in the morning. So then he says, he responds, Al-madrasatu ba'idatun anil bayt. The school is ba'ida. Ma ma'na ba'ida?
Or
Far. The school is far, anil bayt, from the house. So Qasim says, Mata yabda'u al-yawmu ad-dirasi. Ma ma'na al-yawmu ad-dirasi? Because in the previous, the first
School,
dialogue. The school
school
what?
day. School
Aywa.
day.
No. So in the first dialogue, we had al-amu ad-dirasi, which we translated as the school year. So al-yawmu ad-dirasi is the school day. And mata yabda'u means when does it begin? When does the school day begin? So Ghassan says, يبدأ الساعة السابعة صباحا. It begins at 7 o'clock in the morning. So Qasim says, هل تذهب بالحافلة? Do you go بالحافلة? ما معنى بالحافلة?
Bus.
أيوة. Do you go by bus? لا أذهب بالسيارة. No, I go by car. So Qasim says, متى ينتهي اليوم الدراسي? Which is when he asks before متى يبدأ اليوم الدراسي,
When does the
When
school
does-
day end?
No, he said, now he's asking when does the school day end? So Ghassan says, ينتهي الساعة الواحدة ظهرا. It ends at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's pretty early. And then Qasim says, كم حصة تدرس في اليوم? How many classes or lessons do you study in the day? So Hassan says, أدرس 6 حصص في اليوم. And حصص is the plural of حصة. This is the plural, jam, of حصة. So then Qasim says, ماذا تفعل في الاستراحة? ماذا تفعل في الاستراحة? What do you do in the break, or no, like during your break? Like in between the classes, I guess, when you have a break. So Hassan says, أذهب إلى المكتبة أو إلى المختبر. So he says, I go to the library, أو, or إلى المختبر, or to the lab, I guess, like maybe like a computer lab or something like that. No. So now, inshallah, who's gonna read this one? Who didn't go yet? About Dawood Abdul Latif.
No, if you want me to be Qasim.
No, sure. You'll be Qasim, and I guess Abdul Hafid wants to go again. So you'll be Ghassan, inshallah. Or unless, since you went already, Ahi, unless someone else wants to do it. How about Sheikh Unku?
Okay, no problem.
نعم إن شاء الله.
طيب. تفضل.
إلى أين تذهب يا غسان؟
Will you translate it?
Yes.
Where are you going, Ghassan?
أذهب إلى المدرسة. I'm going to the school.
الوقت مبارك. الساعة الآن الساعة الآن السادسة صباحا.
I know it's well, first of all, I think you might have mispronounced Mubakkir. Al-Waqtu.
الوقت مبكر.
No. And I was gonna say the second sentence, if it can be difficult to connect all the words, so you don't have to. You can say as-sa'atu al-an as-sadisa sabahan, or you can break them all apart if you want.
الساعة الآن السادسة صباحا. The time is early. The time now is 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning.
No.
المدرسة بعيدة عن البيت. The school is far from the house.
متى يبدأ اليوم الدراسي? When do you start the school day?
يبدأ الساعة 7 صباحا. It starts at 7 o'clock in the morning.
هل تذهب بالحافلة?
لا.
Hold on, let me
Sorry.
translate.
Sorry.
Do you take the bus or do you go by
لا.
bus?
لا أذهب بالسيارة. No, I go by car.
متى ينتهي اليوم الدراسي?
It
When do you
wouldn't be
end?
yantaha.
Is it?
So sometimes if you don't see the vowel, you might know by what this looks like. If you see these two dots here, then you know it's a ya, and the letter before it would have a kasra. If you see just like this, like
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
yeah, if you see it without the dots, then you know it would be like ha with the fatha
No.
before it. No.
No. So متى ينتهي اليوم الدراسي? When does the school day end?
ينتهي الساعة 1 ظهرا. It ends at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
كم حصة تدرس في اليوم? How many classes do you study in a day?
أدرس 6 حصص في اليوم. I study 6 lessons in a day.
ماذا تفعل في الست؟ ماذا تفعل في الاستراحة? What do you do in your break or on your break?
أذهب إلى المكتبة أو إلى المختبر. I go to the library or to the lab.
No, except this last word, al-mukhtabar, with a dhamma on the meme here.
المختبر.
No.
نعم. شكرا.
Alhamdulillah. Afwan. Barakallahu feekuma.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. That is the last dialogue for this chapter. Inshallah, everyone was good with these dialogues, with these words. Does anyone want to practice reading it again? Inshallah, we should try to incorporate all these words that we're learning in these dialogues, right? As usual, try to continue practicing speaking with each other. You can type it if you want, but it would be more beneficial if everyone tried, like we tried a few days ago, to send voice notes using these vocabulary to try to make conversations with each other in our group. And then everyone will try to speak slowly and clearly, and I'll make mistakes, but we'll correct each other, inshallah. And everything that we learned from the first unit up until this 7th unit can be used in a lot of our daily conversations. So I ask Allah to grant us success and allow us to continue becoming more fluent in our Arabic speech and dialogue.
Amin. Amin.
Ameen.
So if there's no questions, inshallah, we'll end it there. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Is that a hand for a question, or was there before? طيب. Inshallah. طيب. We'll meet again then on Sunday. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum
Walaikum
Alaikum
assalam.
assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair.
Ameen wa iyyakum.
Alaikum salam.